On the undercard, we want World Championship Boxing. We don't want other YouTubers and celebrities.
There it is right there. That's what he had to say. And now I'm going to let you know why he's got it all wrong. Yo guys, what is everybody saying? As you may or may not know, KSI versus Logan Paul Part 2 was officially announced on September the 3rd. And this has brought a lot of joy to people, as we've been waiting for over a year now for the rematch to the infamous first fight that they had on August 25th, 2018. But this rematch has come with a lot of questions. A lot of questions, mainly because the live streaming and pay-per-view has been taken off YouTube and taken to the Zone and Sky Sports box office. So people have been wondering a lot of things on how they'll be able to watch in their own countries and things like that. But the main thing that I want to get in today is news that have just come out right now. Eddie Hearn did an interview with Sky Sports talking about a lot of the current fights that he's handling, including Anthony Joshua versus Ruiz Part 2 and KSI versus Logan Paul Part 2. And within this interview, he said something that has not been taken very lightly by many people. He mentioned that he doesn't want any YouTubers or celebrities on the undercard of this fight, that he wants other professional boxers to fill out the undercard.
On the undercard, we want World Championship Boxing. We don't want other YouTubers and celebrities. No, this is a chance for boxing to bring in new fans. And if we're going to bring them in, we need to show them the greatness of our sport.
There it is right there. That's what he had to say. And now I'm going to let you know why he's got it all wrong. Before I start off, I will take a step back. This was kind of hinted at previously. Eddie Hearn had some little interviews before this main interview with Sky Sports, where there was the likes of Billy Joe Saunders and Devin Haney mentioned as potential undercard fights.
I want to ask you if the rumors are true about your face. If Billy Joe Saunders is actually going to be fighting on the undercard of the KSI Paul Logan fight in Los Angeles.
If I do that fight at Staples Center and sell 20,000 tickets, which I will, and those 20,000 people are watching Devin Haney, and over 1 million people are watching on the Zone in the US, and millions of people are watching it all around. You have to spread your horizons. You have to have a brain, right? And you have to trust me a little bit. If I get involved with something like KSI, Logan Paul, certain criteria must be adopted, and it's criteria that will shock a lot of people.
However, this is the first time that it's been stated that there can be no YouTubers or celebrities on the undercard, and that would only be professional boxers. I feel like this is a extremely counterproductive decision, and a decision that probably won't last. The reason why I feel like it's counterproductive is because this is a YouTube boxing event. The main event, the headliners are KSI and Logan Paul, and this is their third. This is the third YouTube boxing event that there's been, and the key word in all of this is YouTube. It's done all the numbers that it has done, and has gained all the attention that it's gained because of YouTube and its YouTubers. Of course, the main event still stays as KSI and Logan Paul, where I definitely don't doubt that it will still pull in amazing viewers, probably the same amount. However, I think it would have been better and smarter to have a slow integration, and like kind of what was suggested before, where a regular undercard full of YouTubers with maybe the addition of 1 or 2 professional boxers, if in order to do what Eddie Hearn is mentioning in terms of a chance for boxing to bring in new fans and convert these YouTube viewers and show them some real professional boxing and draw them in from there. I think that slow integration would have been nice. But now one thing that I think these guys may easily simply face: during many professional boxing matches, this is already a regular occurrence. There'll be a fight that's a main card, for example, Anthony Joshua versus Andy Ruiz, and no one will really know the people fighting on the undercard, or they may know 1 or 2, and everybody will just tune in when the main event starts, they will take it as that's when the fight starts. With what was going on previously with fights like KSI versus Logan and KSI versus Joe Weller, everybody, the arenas and the viewers online were tuned in from minute one because they know everybody on the card had a massive audience within this YouTube scene, and everybody that was fighting were people that everyone wanted to see fight and knew them previously. However, I think if this is really implemented, this could lead to people simply tuning in only and strictly only for the main event, as a lot of the YouTube audience doesn't know anything or have any interest in any of these professional boxers. But I think a drastic chop like that could definitely be harmful, and it would have been better to maybe have 1 or 2 fights in between. So that's my main point, really. I feel like, Eddie Hearn is talking about he wants it to be world championship boxing, and there's a chance to bring in these new fans. But I don't think you have a chance of converting these new fans if you take away a large amount of the people that they were going to tune in for. Of course, everybody will still tune in for KSI and Logan Paul, but now they may only be tuning in for KSI and Logan Paul. And not give any of these professional boxers a chance, as doesn't mean anything to them. And definitely, yeah, I just see it being counterproductive. There's also people who, KSI may not be the main person that they're watching this for. Logan Paul may not be the main person that they're watching this for. There's people out there that have gained the audience in this little fighting scene, like FaZe Sensei, people like Anise and Gibb, that have done very well and brought up a name for themselves that people would also want to directly tune in for, and this takes this right away from them. It's also just a lot less inclusive, and it's almost harmful to the people who started this. Of course, boxing, professional boxing is the main boxing out there and the biggest thing, but this YouTube boxing thing has been going on for a while and is now directly depriving the viewers and the YouTubers themselves from participating in the way that they normally would. And as I expected, is already not being received well. These are a couple of comments under the post that the Bread Batch posted when Eddie Hearn made this comment. These are some of the things that people had to say. However, my prediction is that this will not happen. Some people also in the comments were saying that the only person who has a pass to fight is Jake Paul. He's the only YouTuber allowed. But I feel like all of this will not happen. Number one, for the reasons that I said, of how it's counterproductive and may reduce sales a bit, and just counterproductive. But also because KSI in an interview himself said that there is still a possibility. He was asked directly about this, and this is what he had to say.
No, it's a pro fight. Does that mean no YouTubers on the undercard?
Well, I guess there can be YouTubers, but it's just gonna have to be no head guards.
Yeah.
So yeah, no more head guards thing. That's all out the window, man. This is all just proper boxing.
So quite simply, yeah, he said that, it can still happen. Just because it's a professional event, it would mean the YouTubers will have to box with no headgear. Eddie Hearn's interview is the more recent interview, but, KSI is the one fighting, so I assume he knows what he's talking about. Also, there's been quite a lot of excitement during the announcement of the fight, and some people have tweeted, most notably Anise and Gibb, who tweeted about wanting to fight on the undercard, and he of course is very close with KSI, where if there was no possibility of him fighting on the undercard, I would think that he would be aware of that, considering he's close to KSI. So ultimately, despite the fact that this was said by Eddie Hearn, who is taking this fight on board, and it has had a bad reaction, I feel like this will not stand. But I feel like if it was to stand, definitely it will have a negative effect on what is trying to be achieved here. I think one of the reasons that Eddie Hearn may be trying to do this is to please the traditional boxing fans, the fans of mainstream professional boxing, to maybe make this just have a better outlook on the whole now that he is involved, and have no embarrassments of poor quality being on the undercard. And yeah, that's all. I'm sure as the days go by, more and more information will be uncovered about this fight, and the picture will be a lot clearer. But yeah, that's all I have to say. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and please share the video with a friend.
Now they wanna steal, cause a nigga only loyal as that last meal. Got $500,000 stacking on my last deal, and they wonder why I'm paranoid, cause they jump man just to get that jump man.